everyone and welcome to my channel. Isabel here, and I'm so happy that today we can share some time together. And as always, I want to start by welcoming aboard to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so very much for joining me here on my little crafty space. I really hope that you find interesting, adorable, and of course inspiring everything that I share over here. For today, I just have two different projects that I want to share with you. You know that Easter is around the corner, and I've been super busy here. I still need to share with you what is it that I made with the crocheted pips that I showed you the other day. So that is going to be another video because I haven't finished with that yet. But today I wanna share with you the little carrot that is a pocket that I showed you also in that other video. And I told you that I was going to create a memory dex card with it. So today I have 3 memory dex cards and I have a tag, everything Easter related, so get started. The first thing that I want to share with you is this beautiful tag. Usually when I'm coloring my images, I share them on my Instagram account, you know, just as part of the process. But look at this cutie. There's a lot of things going on here. This is a Julie Netting doll, and this time I used water resistant ink. And because I used watercolor paper, if you see, I just have watercolor over here, hair, skin, and also the outfit. And since we are talking about Easter, of course I needed to use all the colors in the rainbow. So what I did is that I used 2 different sets of watercolor paints. The first one is an artisan one, and that is all the colors but in pastel shades. And then I used my regular set with the like the bright colors on top of the first layer. Then I went on top with my paint markers. I don't know if you get to see the difference in the dots, because I just made the shading with that. And what I did is that I used the complementary colors in each one. For instance, in the red I used blue, in the orange I used green, and then in the yellow I used purple, and then in the other half I used the first 3 ones. Okay, then I went on top with this glitter glue that I've shared before. I usually get these tiny bottles from the $2 bin at Michael's, and that's what I did over here. And then I went with my gold watercolor just to give a hint, like I have a rainbow over here. The blouse would be the clouds, the skirt would be the rainbow, and what is it that you find at the end of the rainbow? Gold, right? That's why I have this gold over here and also in the waist. And look at this beautiful bow. This is like a plastic sticker that I've had on my stash like forever. So I wanted to give her a bow, and that's why I included this over here. So that's my doll. Okay, if you see, I also have gold here in her shoes, and I think she looks super adorable. Of course, I'm using once more the roses that I create with my Cricut machine, and I went on top with the same glitter glue that I have here on the skirt. And here I have this tab that I found in all of my scraps because it has some Easter eggs, so I decided to put it over here. If you see, also I have over here half of cupcake wrapper, and this is just a doily that I found, so I trimmed it in half and put it over there. Look at this cutie. I found this adorable Easter bunny and I decided to include it over here. So I just added this gemmy on top of the carrot. I have all of these gemmies all over the place, and I remember that I got these cuties from Dollar Tree. I don't know when, but I'm pretty sure that I got that that package over there. So I have this Happy Easter, and this is the half of this tab over here. Okay, And then if you see, I have this layer. This is a ribbon that I also got from Dollar Tree a very long time ago with some Easter eggs and bunny bot. Super cute. So what I did is that I have the first layer. As usually, I just used regular white cardstock for my base, and always for my tags and also for my memory text cards I double the layer, so it is really sturdy. So I have 2 pieces of white cardstock, and then I went with this design paper that you see over here. This one comes from I think it is an Easter paper pad that I've had for a very long time too. And then I added this ribbon that you see over here, and if you get to see in the back part, I went to my sewing machine once more. I used a zigzag stitch to go on top of it, so it is going to stay in place all the time. And so I have this one is 1 layer, 2, 3, 4, and let's say 5 with the doll. So this is my beautiful Easter tag. I really love this. I especially love the skirt and everything that is going on over here. I usually paper piece the outfits on these dolls, but this time I really wanted to watercolor the doll, all about her, and I'm really happy with the result. So what do you think about this one? I really love it. So this is my first share. And as I said before, I also created 3 memory text cards, and the first one is the one that I created using the carrot pocket. I created those with crochet. Look at this, super cute. So I had to hot glue this on top of the card for it to stay in place. So I just created a 4x4 base. I have the punch for the holes over here, and then I went on top with this layer of some floral paper. I used the Tim Holtz decal trimmer. I really hope that you get to see how beautiful the border you get with that paper trimmer. It is super cute. And then once more I used my roses, went on top with the same glitter glue that I used in my tag, and I added this greenery that is created with the Martha Stewart punch that I showed you the other day. And look at this cutie. I found this in my Easter bucket, and these chicks they have like plastic legs. I had to trim them because I really needed to fit the chick inside the pocket. And then these are like toothpicks with this pom-pom and bunny ears. So let me see if I have those over here. Oh yeah, here they are. Okay, the first thing that I'm gonna show you are the chicks, and I'm pretty sure that I got these from Michael's. I don't know when, maybe last year. So this is one of the chicks that I used. If you see here, I'm sorry for the glare. I hope that you get to see here the legs. So I had to trim them because they were not getting into the pocket, and I really needed to do that. So that is where the chick comes from. And these are the toothpicks. These ones I get them from Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago. Super cute and adorable. So what I did is that I trimmed the toothpick to the size of the pocket, and then I took the bow from here and glue it on top of the carrot. Super cute and adorable. And then I found this felt sticker, and I added some glitter glue here in the white parts, and hot glue it to the card. Super cute. I love this. This time I didn't use any kind of sentiment because I mean the bunny, the chick, and the egg, it says Easter all over the place, right? So this is the first card that I created. And then of course, you know that I absolutely adore the Greeting Farm stamps, and this cutie comes from one of the big kits. And let me see if I have that over here. I think this is the one. And I think I showed you this, yeah, I think I showed you this kit last week because I used this same image, but I watercolored it for my greeting cards. But this time I used color pencils, okay? And if you see, it looks kind of different because this time I used brown ink to stamp it because I really wanted it to be like in pastel colors, and it is super cute. So once more I created a 4x4 base with white cardstock, and then I grabbed all of my papers, my scrap papers. If you see, it's all about layers. I have like 7 different papers over here that I tore with my fingers just to create like a cascade over here. Super cute. And then I mounted my image on foam tape, added these 3 flowers, super beautiful, and some sequins, some pastel colors over here, and then I added this word adventure that if you see, I use my tiny stapler to put it in place, and she is just adorable. I absolutely love this image, super cute. And you know, these are the kind of stamps that I love getting because you can use them over and over and over and over again for different occasions, for different holidays, in different colors or themes. I mean, as always, the sky is the limit, and as always, as you love what you are creating and you love your supplies, go for them. Use them every day if you want. So this is my second card, and then for the last one is this cutie. Look at this, super cute. Only 2 dies for this. The first one is to create the memory decks card, and this is the die. It comes with the base and 2 layers. Super cute. I love these dies because they have these 2 layers, so you can totally use all of them or just one or just the base, whatever that fits your project. But this time I used all of the dies. This is the base. Of course, I have a mess with the hot glue. And then I have 2 layers. I have this red one that you see over here, and then this gray one, because I really needed all the colors on top to really pop from the background. Okay, so I went all around creating this dashed line with my gold gel pen, and as you already saw, I had glued this ribbon as part of the background because I really love the bunnies that you see over there. And then look at these peeps. Aren't they just adorable? Of course they are. And they are created with a tiny die. Of course, it's unbranded, or I don't know, but I keep them in this little baggie. I can't remember where I got it, but this is the die that I used to create the peeps. Super cute because it has like a stitched line all around the edges, and it looks super cute and adorable. So I created 2 of them, a yellow one and a pink one. Then I went with my gel pen to create the eyes and the nose. Super cute. I added these flowers because I really wanted to have all of the colors of the rainbow once more. And so if you see, I use pastel for the peeps and then bright for the flowers. Super cute. Added glitter glue once more because all of this is part of one project. So as always, I like to tie everything together, and that's why I added this. Usually I use hot glue to put everything together, and so it's gonna stay in its place. And then I use one of my label makers. Look at this, and I wrote Easter 25. Super cute. So these are my 3 memory decks cards. I'm really happy with them, and this is my tag. I'm so happy that Easter is coming. It's a huge celebration for family, for friends, and just to have a very nice day. And I really hope that you have been crafting Easter projects because they are super adorable. I will be back very soon to show you what is it that I created with the crochet peeps, because that's pending, and something else. Okay, but in the meantime, please take care of yourselves. Remember to always have a huge smile, and as I said before, I will be back very soon. Take care. Bye.